It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 7th of October. I'm Michael Groff. The heat goes on for another day. Near record temperatures expected here in the valley, but by tomorrow or perhaps Friday, that should be it for the triple-digit heat, at least temporarily. Maybe, just maybe, all the way until next spring. Let's hope so. First, we'll look at the almanac from yesterday. We just missed that record, 104 degrees the afternoon high. 72 the morning low. Of course, that record high, 105, set in 1917. Outside now here at 10:45 a.m., a few clouds out there, and we're looking at 88 degrees at Sky Harbor, but it is bone dry. Dew point at 21, relative humidity 12%, the winds are light, and the barometer 29.91 inches and falling. Looking at temperatures around the area right now, 80s and low 90s on the board. I see a 93 at Surprise. How about 95 at Goldfield and 96 at North Scottsdale? The upper air look, we still have high pressure as the dominant weather feature here across the southwest, but you do notice troughing off of the Pacific Northwest coast and a little upper low right along the central California coast. And those features are going to help to flatten out our ridge and bring us slightly cooler conditions by tomorrow and Friday, and then much cooler temperatures as we head later into the weekend and early next week. As we check out the watch warning map, there they are. Tropical storm and hurricane watches now posted for the Gulf Coast in anticipation of Delta. We also have wind advisories up across parts of the Northeast and some red flag warnings out here in the West. Dry conditions continue here. The convective outlook for today, a marginal risk of severe storms up across parts of the Northeast and the tropics. Here it is, the satellite presentation of Delta and what has been a historic storm for many reasons. First of all, within about a 36-hour time frame, this went from a tropical depression all the way up to a Category 4 hurricane as it slammed into the Yucatan Peninsula. It was still a Category 3. Now down to a Cat 2 storm. Top winds 105 miles per hour, but it is emerging back out over the Gulf. It is expected to at least briefly strengthen once again. It should encounter some southwesterly shear and some cooler waters in the northern Gulf as it approaches the United States. But still, this will be a formidable storm, upper Category 2, low-end Category 3 as it makes landfall somewhere around Morgan City, Lafayette, just east of Lake Charles. The track continues to shift ever so slightly further to the west, so that means parts of the upper Texas coast, maybe even as far west as Houston and Galveston, could still feel at least some effects from this system. Some stronger winds, some of the outer bands. Certainly, storm surge will not be quite as much an issue, but as we look at that, check it out. Around Vermilion Bay, 7 to 11 foot storm surge is expected here. The central Louisiana coast will be hit the hardest. Obviously, the greatest storm surge risk is along and east of the center of circulation, but even westward toward Houston, the Galveston Bay area, around 1 to 3 feet of storm surge is still possible. And again, this is likely to change between now and the time of landfall, so you have to keep on top of this, but that's how it looks at present. All right, a bit closer to home, let's take a look at the precipitation outlook, valid through next Wednesday morning from the WPC. And yeah, no rain is expected here in the valley, nothing statewide, not a whole lot to talk about region-wide, as dry weather is anticipated to continue, but the overall weather pattern will undergo a change, and we'll detail it as we look at modeling. Here we go, the GFS, this is the 12Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. The ridge here across the west is slowly weakening. We've got a very weak upper low off to the west of us, and that'll bring in a few high clouds. So down at the surface, we'll call it partly cloudy for the rest of the day. High temperatures 100 to 103. The record high for today is 104, set in 1991. And you know what I'm going to say about that? There is that possibility we could tie it. Don't think we're going to break it, but I've been wrong about that so far this month, haven't I? Tonight, the sky is partly cloudy. The air is dry. Overnight lows mid-60s to low 70s. And then tomorrow, not quite as warm, but still mostly sunny. Just a few high clouds. High temperatures upper 90s to about 101. And at least most of the model guidance says to us that this is the last day we'll be above the triple digits for a while. Here we go to Friday, still in the mid and upper 90s. Official forecast high in Phoenix, 99 degrees. That's too close for comfort to say that we couldn't hit 100 here, but we should stay just below that threshold. Now, as we get to the weekend, model solutions begin to diverge here just a bit. This latest run of the GFS is showing a much shallower trough beginning to move into the western states. Still plenty of rain and unsettled weather for the Pacific Northwest and the northern Intermountain regions. The short wave that we've been talking about that moves toward the southwest, well, now the GFS has this breaking off and becoming sort of a weak cutoff low somewhere off of the northern Baja coast and just lingering there for several days. The implication on our weather is pretty much the same as we've been talking about, though. High temperatures should drop into the low 90s, maybe mid-90s on Saturday, pretty close to 90 on Sunday and Monday. The European has a deeper solution, and if that were to verify, temperatures would be several degrees cooler than this. Either way, a cooling trend is still anticipated. Dry conditions will continue. No chance of rain here in the valley, and really no realistic possibility of rain across most of Arizona over the weekend and early next week. And overnight lows during this time should become a bit more pleasant as well, generally in the upper 50s to mid 60s by Monday morning. So that sounds pretty good. Then as we go to Tuesday, we still have this little cutoff low off the Baja coast, but high pressure will still be the dominant feature building in behind the departing trough. High temperatures rebound back into the low 90s, maybe some high clouds if the GFS is right. And then a week from today, this is Wednesday the 14th, and we still have that weak upper low to the west, but high pressure, 591 ridge, really dominates. High temperatures would be in the mid 90s. And then going out 10 days, this is Friday the 16th. And a weak upper wave coming our way, some high clouds, temperatures still low to mid 90s. But let's look at the European, same time, Friday the 16th. How about a big sprawling 594 ridge out here across the southwest? That ridge extends all the way up into western and central Canada. My goodness. So we would be roasting. Highs would be in the mid or maybe upper 90s if this solution were to verify. Okay, let's look at the precipitation off of the European ensemble. There are a few members that try to bring some rain in here, but the ensemble mean is still down there around 0.02 of an inch. So nothing to get excited about. Realistic rain chances just don't seem to be there for the next couple of weeks. And temperatures off the national blend of models. Well, it has this at 101 tomorrow, and then that's it for the rest of the forecast period. How about the rest of the year? How about till next spring? That would be nice. And those overnight lows getting very pleasant as well. And that should do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click that notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notice. Your comments, questions, and suggestions always encouraged as well. Thanks so much for watching. It is always appreciated. You guys be safe, stay cool, and hydrated out there. Watch yourselves and each other around the pool, and have yourselves an amazing Wednesday.